They said he stopped caring, but what if I told you? That's exactly when he started winning. In a world addicted to validation, the man who doesn't chase becomes the one everyone ends up chasing. The one who never begs, commands quiet respect, and the one who doesn't care, he's untouchable, not because he's cold, but because he's free. This isn't arrogance. It has mastery of the Stoic ego, the kind of inner power that turns silence into dominance, detachment into peace, and presence into influence. When the storm comes, most break, but the Stoic, he stands still. Because real power doesn't need to shout, it just exists. This is the mindset of the unbeatable Stoic ego, and today I'll show you how to become that man. Before we dive deep, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and tap that bell for more Stoic-driven wisdom from Mr. Red Frost. Here we don't chase, we evolve. And every week we break down the art of emotional control, masculine energy, and silent confidence, the real traits of those who move differently. Let's begin. There's a moment in every man's life when he realizes nobody is coming to save him. No validation, no applause, no one clapping in the shadows when he's at his lowest. It's in that silence, that raw, lonely space, where the Stoic ego is born. Not the kind of ego that screams for attention, but the kind that never needs it. The Stoic ego isn't pride, it's power without noise. It's that inner voice whispering, I don't need them to understand me. It's strength built in solitude, it's confidence sharpened in rejection, and it's calmness learned through pain. Because the truth is, the world trains you to beg for love, beg for approval, beg to be noticed. But the Stoic man, he rewires the system. He doesn't fight for validation, he withdraws from it. He learns to sit in silence and still feel complete. Soft pause, a beat of quiet. Think about it. How many times have you lost yourself chasing something temporary, someone's attention, someone's respect, and in the process forgot who you are? That's the old ego, the fragile one, the one built on reactions and emotions. But the Stoic ego, it's the evolved version. It doesn't chase the world, it lets the world chase it. A man with the Stoic ego can walk through chaos and still look untouched. He can be surrounded by noise, yet remain unmoved. Why? Because he has mastered one of the hardest lessons in existence, control over self. See, the Stoic ego isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about understanding them. It's saying, I feel it, but I won't be ruled by it. That's where most people get it wrong. They think Stoicism means not caring, but it actually means caring about the right things. It's about filtering the noise and giving your energy only to what you can control. The rest, let it go. The tone shifts slightly, more reflective, more intimate. Marcus Aurelius once said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. That's the entire foundation of the Stoic ego. You can't own the world, but you can own yourself. And when you do, the world starts moving differently around you. People sense that calmness, that stillness. They don't know what it is, but they feel it. It's that quiet confidence that says, I don't need to prove anything, and that is magnetic. The Stoic ego is not about arrogance. It's about alignment. It is knowing that your energy is your most expensive currency, and not everyone deserves to spend it. So when you stop caring about their opinions, you reclaim that power. When you stop begging for validation, you rebuild your identity. And when you stop chasing what's not meant for you, you finally meet your true self. This is the first step, the awakening of the Stoic ego, the point where silence becomes your teacher, pain becomes your sculptor, and detachment becomes your crown. Welcome to the beginning of inner dominance, the point where you stop needing the world and the world starts noticing you. There's power in not reacting, real unshakable power, because when you don't react, you don't lose control. They do. Most people live like emotional marionettes. Someone pulls a string, they move. A text gets ignored, they spiral. A rumor spreads, they crumble. But the Stoic, he watches, he observes, and he remains still. See, the man who doesn't care in the right way. He isn't cold, he's untouchable. Because when you detach from outcomes, the world can't manipulate you anymore. Think about it. They can't guilt you. They can't control you. They can't bait you. That's the silent armor of emotional distance. Now, don't misunderstand this. Never caring doesn't mean you walk through life numb or heartless or cruel. It means you've mastered emotional selectivity. You've learned what deserves your reaction and what doesn't. It's a skill forged in solitude. You stop reacting to every insult, every provocation, every small test, because you realize reaction gives others access to you. And access is a privilege, not a right. Most people don't get that. They think their emotions are proof of their humanity. But emotions without discipline, that's chaos. Stoicism teaches you can feel deeply, and still not flinch. When you master that, you shift from victim to observer. You stop being dragged by your emotions and start directing them like a blade. Sharp, deliberate, effective. Imagine this. Someone mocks you in public, waiting for your anger. You just smile, no reaction, no energy wasted. Because you know who you are, and they don't. That moment, that's freedom. When your peace stops being negotiable, you start walking like a ghost among the restless. Unbothered, grounded, mysterious. It is not that you done to feel, you just done to feed the feeling. Because the Stoic man knows attention is fuel, and he chooses carefully where to burn it. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't be." Simple but profound. The moment you stop assigning power to other people's words, their words lose weight. Their chaos dies in your silence. In this world, everyone's trying to provoke a reaction, online, in relationships, at work. But you move differently. You've learned the art of the unbothered. You don't chase validation. You don't beg for closure. You don't care to prove yourself. Because the moment you start reacting less, people start respecting you more. They'll call you cold, they'll call you distant. Let them. Because distance is the fortress of the wise, and the man who learns how to stand still becomes unstoppable. Soft breath. The city noise fades back in, but the man remains silent, still, centered. This is the essence of never caring, not indifference, but mastery. You don't stop feeling. You stop letting feelings control you, and in that stillness, you finally hear the quiet sound of peace, the mark of true inner power. Most men don't lose because they're weak. They lose because they beg. Beg for attention, beg for validation, beg for someone to see their worth before they've even seen it themselves. But here's the truth few can handle. If you have to beg for something, it was never meant to be yours. That's not just a saying, it's a principle. The Stoic man lives by it, because begging isn't just about asking, it's about surrendering your power. Every time you plead for someone's attention, you tell the universe you don't believe in your own value, and the universe listens. It mirrors your energy back to you. Soft pause, faint echo like a heartbeat slowing. See, the Stoic man doesn't chase approval. He attracts it through presence. His silence speaks. His discipline commands respect. Because when you stop begging, your energy shifts from need to abundance. And that shift, that invisible energy, is what makes people turn their heads when you enter a room. You're not loud. You're not trying. You just are. That's the art of silent self-worth. Think about it. When has desperation ever created respect? When has chasing validation ever led to peace? It never has. Begging drains your dignity, but silence, it multiplies it. When you stop explaining yourself to those who misunderstand you, when you stop pleading for second chances, when you stop proving your worth to people who only see convenience, you become something rare, a man of mystery and restraint. And mystery is power. because people can't control what they can't predict. And a man who's calm, composed, and self-contained, he becomes unpredictable. Never begging doesn't mean you never care. It means you know your value even when no one else does. It's walking away when something disrespects your peace, even if your heart still wants to stay. It's saying no when your soul is screaming, prove yourself. The Stoic ego doesn't bend for validation. It rises above it. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. If your thoughts are built on need, your life will reflect that emptiness. But if your thoughts are built on quiet self-respect, you'll attract everything you once chased. Let them underestimate you. Let them walk away. Let them think you've fallen silent because you've given up. But deep down you know, your silence is your rebuild. Your stillness is your weapon. Never beg, never plead, never explain, because the man who knows his worth doesn't need to announce it. He simply walks in it. And when the world finally realizes who you are, you won't need to say a word. Everyone's chasing something: money, status, people, validation, running endlessly, never realizing that the moment you chase, you admit it's bigger than you. But the Stoic man? He doesn't chase, he draws. Because real power isn't in pursuit, it's in presence. When you chase, you signal lack. When you stand still, you signal control. That's the paradox most never understand. Stillness is louder than effort. Look around. People sprint for attention. They fight for notice. They exhaust themselves to be seen. But the Stoic ego, it attracts by existing fully, calmly, intentionally. He doesn't chase the crowd. The crowd turns when he walks by. That's not arrogance. That's alignment. It's the quiet confidence that says, if it's meant for me, it will move toward me. There's a gravity to stillness. It is the same reason the moon doesn't chase the tide, yet the tide moves for it. That's what happens when your energy becomes stable. People, opportunities, and respect begin orbiting around your silence. You become the center, not because you ask to be, but because you stop trying to prove you should. That's the law of Stoic attraction. The Sigma may walk alone, but he never walks unnoticed. Because when you no longer crave attention, you create it naturally. You become a mystery in a world addicted to noise. Understand this. Chasing anything, love, success, attention, puts it above you. It tells the universe you're unworthy without it. But detachment? Detachment tells the universe you are complete, and what S meant for you will recognize you. It's not magic, it's psychology. People are drawn to what doesn't need them. They respect what's unbothered. They value what's rare. So when you stop chasing, you instantly become all three. Never chasing isn't laziness, it's focus. It's choosing to invest your time and attention into becoming magnetic, not desperate. When you're grounded in purpose, people feel it. You don't need to post it, prove it, or shout it. Your energy does the talking. It's why the Stoic man sees silence unnerves others. It forces them to confront their own noise. He's calm because he knows everything that's supposed to be his will find him. So instead of chasing, he builds. Instead of begging, he becomes. Instead of proving, he evolves. Because here's the truth. The moment you stop chasing, the world starts chasing you. And there it is. Peace, not the kind you find when everything is easy, but the kind you earn after walking through fire. That's the final form of the Stoic ego, freedom. See, most men spend their lives chasing control over people, over outcomes, over chaos. But the Stoic learns something deeper. You only gain control when you stop needing it. Because control isn't about domination, it's about detachment. It's the quiet strength to say, let the world do what it wants. I will remain who I am. The unbeatable Stoic ego is not built on pride or coldness. It's built on acceptance. Acceptance of reality as it is, not as you wish it to be. When you stop fighting what you can't change, you find peace. When you stop seeking approval, you find clarity. And when you stop needing control, you find freedom. Freedom, not from the world, but from yourself. From that voice in your head that says, You're not enough. From the need to prove, to impress, to chase, that voice goes silent when the Stoic ego awakens. Think about it. The man who doesn't care cannot be manipulated. The man who doesn't beg cannot be humiliated. The man who doesn't chase cannot be defeated. That's not arrogance. That's power earned through inner discipline. You become the calm in chaos, the mountain in the storm, the still water that reflects everything but absorbs nothing. The man who no longer reacts, he responds. The man who no longer pleads, he chooses. The man who no longer chases, he attracts. This is the moment your energy changes permanently, because once you've mastered your mind, nothing external can own you again. And that's the secret the world doesn't tell you. The unbeatable Stoic ego isn't about winning battles. It's just about walking away from the war entirely, because you no longer need to prove you can fight. You've already won. When you no longer care who sees it, you've reached the point of true power, a state where your peace is non-negotiable, your energy is sacred, and your ego no longer fragile but forged. So remember this: never care out of weakness, never beg out of fear, never chase out of emptiness, walk with silence, move with discipline, and carry yourself like the man the world cannot touch, because once you become the Stoic, you stop chasing the world, and the world starts chasing you. If this message hit your soul, then you're not here by accident. You're part of the few, the ones walking the path of discipline, silence, and inner power. So before you go, hit subscribe, drop a like, and share this with someone who's still chasing what they should be becoming. This is Mr. Red Frost, and remember, we don't chase emotions here, we master them.